one, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that'll be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
And welcome back to Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx and the Z is Silent podcast. Listen, guys, I don't know why you keep saying podcast all the damn time. It's not a goddamn podcast. It's a damn wrestling show about things we love to talk about in the world of professional wrestling. And that's what we're here for. You've heard the rest. No offense, they're good. Come on into the barbershop, baby. Let's talk it real. Let's keep it real, as they say. Can I keep it real? That's what we're going to find out today, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Before all that, though, let's get the particulars out the way. This is the unpopular review Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx. That's me. I spell my name with 3 X's because, frankly, like that whore that you dated, I am hardcore. And also, I got my right-hand man, but he's on my left-hand side. You already know who he is. Go get him, Moose.
You know what time it is. It's your boy, Mr. Dot Man, a.k.a. Mr. Dice Man Holla, a.k.a. Mr. Daddy Does It, a.k.a. Big Kith in the chat, big champ in the chat, a.k.a. Yo mama's favorite daddy, a.k.a. Head WWE coffee pourer, a.k.a. the district attorney for the state of wrestling. That's a new one. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today, and I'm excited to talk about it. Listen, make sure you follow us on the Twitter at Around the Bloxxx. Make sure you follow us on social media. You see mine there upon us. We have a new backdrop coming in the coming weeks. We will have Dice's information displayed on the screen. But just follow him when you're on his gaming page, because that's really all he does a lot is game on his gaming page. His other stuff would be there for you, but appreciate that. And thank you very much. Have a great show. We hope that we do. We hope that we do. But listen, a lot to talk about today. But first, I want to say that today we celebrate the birth and her passing of the late, great Whitney Houston, as you and I are both Whitney Houston fans. Oh, I want to dance with somebody tonight. I shall be dancing. Also, we will have today's show dedicated to one of my favorite wrestlers, honestly, of all the times. Okay, if you have not heard the story of me, I am a huge, always will be a beautiful Bobby Eaton fan. We have a little tribute to him today that I stole from somebody on YouTube. Okay, it's not mine, it's Nietzsche's. But I thought it was good. I liked it because I'm a huge, beautiful Bobby Eaton fan. May he rest in peace. One of the best tag teams of all time in the Midnight Express, the scaffold matches they have. Listen, he was a guy, Dice, that even as someone who is growing up in that time, in that era, I was a face guy. He was one of them heels I always paid attention to. Him and Nikita Koloff were just two heels that I watched a lot. And he, to me, one of the best, hands down, the best in-ring performers these eyes, and at this point now in my older age, these 4 eyes have ever seen. Guys, your thoughts on beautiful Bobby Eaton?
You know what? Of course, I was super, super young during Bobby Eaton's his tenors, but of course, us wrestling fans, the one thing that we have the ability to do is to go back in history and learn our history and learn about some of the greats. And we talk about a great that could make you hate him. I mean, he's got to be up there, top 10, top 7 heel. I don't know if he breaks a top 5 for somebody.
I don't know where for heels he would rank. I would personally think that he's not going to be ranked high. A lot of people don't respect and understand what beautiful Bobby had to offer, what he brought to the table with him and Jim Cornette, whether it was with beautiful Stan Lane or Dennis Condrey. It didn't matter. Bobby Eaton to me was just that guy. He was one of the first guys along with Brian Pillman, but I saw him before Pillman that rocked the mullet, the way that he rocked it. I thought it was weird that he did the same HH leg drop, but he did it 1,000 times better than him. And then when later on he got to form the tag team with him and Arn Anderson and the Dangerous Alliance with Paul Heyman. It was just dangerous, Paul Heyman. It was just they were just amazing. I think it's one of the greatest of all time, and I cannot wait to play that little tribute we have for him today. But also today, Dice, my man's 22 years ago today, we knew the countdown was coming about a month ago, and let's be real, nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew what it was. And when that thing counted down and you got to break the walls down, he came out with The Rock. We will talk about that also later. Where do you rank Christopher Jericho, Lionheart, Y2J, the Millennial, the Painmaker? You name it, the nicknames like Dice's aliases, AKAs, will come, was one Y2J, Christopher Jericho. So we're going to talk about him today also. And also the weekend wrestling. We got the way really, really fast. But also, most importantly, these damn rumors and these releases, Dice, that keep on happening. First of all, before we get into anything and everything, how has your week in pro wrestling been, brother?
You know what? I can't say a single negative thing about the week of pro wrestling. I don't care if you didn't like Raw. There was still something there for you. You probably fucked around and missed it. Raw was nice. Raw was good. This was one of the more enjoyable Raw.
So are you telling the people right now you remember some of the things that happened on Raw? Just say yes or no. Don't have an answer.
Do I remember some stuff? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought Raw was pretty. I thought Raw was pretty balanced. It was a good 3 out of 5. I give it an average show, but it's better than what we've been getting. So if that's a start, we're heading in the right direction. I thought that NXT was okay. You know, I'm not an NXT guy unless somebody that I like is actually there. So, you know,
he's always been that way. He's always been that way. He's not been a big. I'd be like Dice. He'd be like,
unless it's somebody that I have heard of from another promotion that's in NXT, that will grab me to go there. Okay. But other than that, for me,
your boy Joe, we talk about it. Your boy Joe for the fight carrying.
Listen, that's all I want. That's all I care to see, Joe. And I just, if I flick the channel and I don't see any females on my screen, and Samoa Joe's not there, I don't want get out. Leave me, please. But I thought SmackDown was great as usual.
Being in a coma is better than watching WWE Raw. Now that's just mean. Well, maybe a coma had some nice dreams in him, so we don't know. That coma could be dope. You know what I'm saying? If you had a nice little wet dream in your coma, I'm just saying. What I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't think it's as bad as he's saying, but you never know what a coma can do to you. But Friday for me, SmackDown, was my birthday. I turned a big 4-6. I'm an old motherfucker. So I know a lot of professional wrestling, honestly, too. I had them in the bar, right? Listen, first of all, I had the best steak nachos I ever had in my life from this place called Don Julio's. Not even going to lie to you, dog. I had them put wrestling on the screen. So I watched SmackDown all Friday on, subtitles.
Wait, so you saying the steak was so good that you had to watch wrestling?
No, I'm saying I was in a bar with a bunch of people, and it was, they had the Olympics on the TV, so why not have them put, wrestling on the TV? It was a 3 out of 5 by WWE standards. What's that? Raw we're talking about? I wouldn't disagree totally with that. You know what I mean? That's your rating for it. So let's go ahead and get into the week that was professional wrestling, Dice, and start off with where we left off at last week, which everybody want to talk about right now, and that is Monday Night Raw. You said you can remember some of the things what happened. Talk to me, baby. What happened?
Shit, you just put me on the spot.
No, I got you. Drew McIntyre beat them bulls via disqualification. I say them bulls because I don't care their goddamn names. It's Veer and Shanky, whatever. Whack. The best thing to me about Raw was Nia Jax versus Ravishing Rhea Ripley. Okay, or whatever that name is.
Nia got her Becky moment.
She got her Becky moment. She got her Britt Baker moment. She did. Nia
got her Stone Cold moment.
She definitely did.
That's the bloodiest piece of meat I ever want to eat, boy. I tell you, god damn, boy.
He said, "I will run the red light. I don't care, Skip. I don't care."
The ladies really put on a show. Charlotte and Nikki put on a show. I enjoyed it a lot. The ending was a little but for the action that I got in it.
Go back to that moment because I hated this moment that Beauty and the Beast broke up. Why do you have to break up Beauty and the Beast?
Because
Sorry.
You know what? Logically,
they're the greatest.
The man in me
logically
says,
couldn't no woman beat them girls. Not a single women's wrestling faction group should beat them on any given day. I'm sorry. You don't like it? At me, bro.
And you know what? Maybe that is the reason why. Because if they get those titles back, right? We don't have a team like unless you're going to talk about Sasha Banks.
It didn't.
Not now, but it will. Like it's not like Becky. It took a week for Becky.
Becky shit took off like immediately. They had a shirt a week.
It was 8-10 bitches in the ring. It was 2 in the ring with Nia.
But it was her. It was going to be SmackDown versus Raw, and she was in the crowd. She was bleeding.
Yes,
it was a moment. It was still a mistake moment. But the stars were aligned. Right.
Yeah. That moment it doesn't, but you at the same time it's a for the fans who say all she do was hurt people. You know what? She got it and she took it, and she took it like a champ.
She took it very well.
She took it like a champ, and I think that what it does for her character, it shows toughness, but it also shows that even though she dished out a few,
loved Nia Jax.
Even though she dished out a few, injuries. I use that term loosely. She could take some. And she deserves the respect of any intelligent wrestling fan, but I doubt that she'll get it because, again, I said intelligent wrestling fan.
Well, real fast, we go any further. We left off with Nia Jax. She lost to Rhea Ripley. Of course, we had Mason T-Bar beat what's his name?
Sleeper match.
Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. You said this was a sleeper match because I asked why. And you brought up the fact that Mason T-Bar, WWE trying to establish their tag team wrestling. And everybody knows who listened to us for the last, me anyway, and you joining me the last 10 years, 12 years, 13 years. I love tag team wrestling, but I don't see WWE giving a fuck about tag team wrestling. Not even Mason T-Bar. But in my quest to always say, wait till the next show and wait to see what happens, I got you on that. We're going to get back to it in a second, Dice. And then we got Tamina defeats Doudrop. Go ahead.
I don't think that, okay, so I think in WWE's case or eyes or whatever you, god damn, y'all about to have me start We the People versus Dice already, and this is for next week. New segment coming next week.
It is funny that you got a sword and he didn't use that shit. I'm just saying.
I mean,
got a sword.
Think about what we got on Friday. We got the Dirty Dogs versus.
We're not there yet.
I'm just saying. I'm talking at WWE as a whole, right? We're talking about tag teams, right? We haven't seen.
But SmackDown gives credence to tag team wrestling.
But we haven't seen tag team matches.
We thought that your guys were going to lose the belt a couple weeks ago to the Viking Raiders. Tag teams, they don't use them correctly.
Yes, but they have to.
They use tag teams to be individualized for whatever reason.
They have to continue to build these tag teams, though. That's the thing. They have to continue to build these tag teams and make them.
Don't build shit.
Remember when we used to get tag teams that we thought like anybody could win. Yeah. Now it's literally you gotta 18 tag matches or something. And you got
New Day gonna win. You got AJ and Almost going. Oh shit! I said his name wrong. Omos gonna win. Is gonna win. That's only 2 tag teams on Raw. I believe it. But I thought sleeper match of the night though was Damian Priest versus John Morrison, and I hate Damian Priest. John Morrison put on a hell of a fucking clinic. Also, I thought Damian Priest that got cut short. Damian Priest and Ricochet come together and defeat Sheamus and John Morrison. I love everything Sheamus is doing. Omos defeats Riddle. Keith Lee gets his get back against Karrion Kross. We missed no Karrion Kross on his way up. It's just inevitable. I think they're gonna get that strap on NXT to Samoa Joe. Reggie, I can't believe they're having 24/7 matches on Raw and not being run around things. That's still blowing my mind. And then Raw Women's Champion Nikki Ash defeats Charlotte Flair in a no holds barred match. Dice. I will say this much to what you were saying when we started the segment. I do think Raw was. I would probably give it about a 3. I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. Right, and here's the reason why. It was a very good wrestling show, and I've always said this before. And I'm gonna stick by it. I don't watch wrestling to watch wrestling. All right, hear me out when I say that. For all you people who are unintelligent wrestling fans, let me pull you in, sit down, and have a drink. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have one while I say what I'm gonna say. Whew. I get to the wine right there. Trying to cool down for the weekends. I got some wine, but basically, when I watch wrestling, wrestling is storyline. Point blank and simple. Okay, it's what makes wrestling. Wrestling inside the squared circle is what we love. It's the adrenaline. Like, yes. I can see good wrestling on a lot of promotions. They don't keep me because there's no storyline, there's no character development. And wrestling to me, and into you, even though you don't want to admit it, not you necessarily, but those who are who's listening to the sound of my voice in the back of your head, where they forget to put that membrane chip at, wrestling is storyline. You can ask any professional wrestler who's ever wrestled. It's about their character. Dice, your take on Raw. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Again, good wrestling, just not overall a performance of a great show to me on the character development of things. I didn't like what they did with Riddle and Omos. I don't like that Damian Priest is getting his push. I don't understand the T-Bar and May situation. And now that they put this out, or Charlotte puts this out, she's undefeated at SummerSlam. It's like, oh my God, it's a foregone conclusion. And I'm a Charlotte Flair fan because we all know, right? We know this. No, don't stick it.
No. You allege this. No, I don't know this. You allege this.
That Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all the times. So, but even I don't understand this whole thing going on. Raw just doesn't. To me, the stories aren't being built. Dice, your take on Raw? 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, you just took my number. I told you 3.5 beforehand. So you
okay? I'm sorry. Did I take your number?
Yeah, you took my number.
It's my birthday weekend, like coming down. You know, I've been on the high since Tuesday. Since Dipset got their ass smart. They said this man Jada had a flu game on these cats. They got the Michael Jordan flu game, which we all know. Michael Jordan told you he didn't have a flu. He was poisoned by them damn Utah Jazz fans. Okay.
I'm. It was a 3 and it was 3.5. A 3. The 0.5 is there because I got to take the 0.5 away for them busting up Nia Jax's beautiful face.
I like that, KMB. I agree 100% what he's saying there. There was a time when Raw had teams like the Hollies would beat the Rock and Sock Connection. I won't call bullshit. When the Hollies won, WWE Tag Team Division is not like that anymore. Raw storylines are weak and it's very convoluted, says Dennis. Yes, to Michael, because I did my thing about my Charlotte Flair. No, that's for Brandon. Oh, God. I don't know what that one for. It could be a lot of things we didn't say it already. What's going on, Matt? Greatest women wrestler of all time? Question mark? LOL. Well, I know to you think it's Trish Stratus, but it's not. Maybe to you, it's probably somebody like Victoria, but it's not.
You're so disrespectful.
Is it Tamina to you? Come on, man. It's Tamina, right? Oh, my bad. You think Fail Yim is the greatest of all time? Nah,
no,
man.
Fucking.
She is the daughter of Ric Flair. She has the LeBron James pedigree of having to live up to the moniker of being great. And you all know that if you're the son of somebody and they promote you, you better live up to the hype. And to say she has not lived up to the hype, if you will, so to speak, Dusty Rhodes, you know you're full of shit. Okay? No, you may not like her the most. But when it comes to everything that professional wrestling is, I'm going to say it again and grab this microphone like LL Cool J and Mama said knock you out. Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Big Kiff's in the chat.
Is he done?
I'm finished and I'm done. Now throw some respect on my name.
Is he done?
Hold on.
Is he done?
Hold on. Get the crown for the queen. Let's get the crown for the queen. Get the crown. He said Trish is trash. You should be blocked from this show. You should be blocked from this show, bad. Trish is trash? Oh, my God.
Becky Lynch is the Mad Dog. First and foremost, my brother, thank you for joining us. How are you doing? Greetings and salutations.
You see what he said? Tell him again, Knox. They know not what they not know. So I can only let them know what do not know.
That makes no sense.
What you mean? What part of
they
what
know not what they know not? You just
That's not what I said. I said they not know what they do not know. That's what I said. They not
you spoke in a run-on sentence.
Well, have you ever seen me write letters or text you? I do that a lot, okay? It's for you to read between the lines. All right, 3.5 on Raw. Let's skip it on over to AEW, which to me, I think a second consecutive week, I text you and say, yo, Dynamite is pretty fucking fire right now. And yes, I know. And this is the part I like. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to zoom in my face into my own damn camera. Here's what I don't do. I don't inbox you. I don't text you. I don't tag you. I don't comment and say, I told you so. Because guess what, people? Some more than others, you're all citizen reporters, which means you read something from somewhere else. Me, on the other hand, I read something from someone else, and I kind of do a little investigating. And my investigating isn't reading somebody else's bullshit called hashtag Depth the Dirt Sheets. Okay? So my point I'm saying this is I don't do it. You shouldn't do it, especially when you have no factual proof. And tell me I told you so. I hate that more than anything in the fucking world. You didn't tell me shit. You can't tell me shit because there ain't shit you know that I don't know. The only thing is a matter of fact of a disagreement. And the disagreement is that I didn't like AEW. And I still will tell you it has a bingo hall fucking mentality to watch. And for me, it's still a hard show to watch. Because even though my boy Hangman Page got the best interest in wrestling next to the almighty Bobby Lashley, okay? Them dudes in my mind still suck, okay? But I loved AEW on Wednesday night. I watched it. The trio match, it was matter of fact, I got notes. I took notes, Dice. I took notes. So I'm going to start from the top. Y2J votes and Juventud. Awesome. The Elite beat the shit out of my man, Hangman Page. Awesome. You better strap that rocket to Miro because I'm telling y'all right here, right now, he's the future of that company.
Time out.
My soliloquy's going. My soliloquy's still going.
My crab mallet.
I'm calling my soliloquy. I don't hear it now. I'm going to keep going. Let's strap a rocket to fucking Miro for what?
He's already over. He's been over.
He needs to be there. He needs to be a bigger champion in TNA. But how many belts they got? That's like their second belt. Okay, you're right. Okay. But they have strapped it to his back. I'm just saying,
yes,
keep it there.
It's up for him.
How that sound?
He got to put a little bit more seasoning to turn that chicken shit into chicken salad.
More Lowrys. Okay, and if you run out of Lowrys, add some McCormick.
You gotta get out there and kiss the girls and making them cry.
Gotta make them cry. Darby and Moxley and that other guy who's a piece of shit to me, dope. Still love them. Something about Darby and Moxley to me, just the way they wrestle, their style of wrestling, it's entertaining as fuck to me. And then Cody Rhodes, in my opinion, I don't know, it's far-fetched. This is how I saw it. It's like the reverse Mark Henry. You know what I'm saying? And then Dice kind of ruined it. He said he did this before. Did Cody Rhodes with Brody Lee. But I do think it's time for Cody to step away. And I actually thought it was going to happen. Right? But maybe that one more match with someone like Malachi Black. The entrance. I thought it was just okay. I thought it was bland. I'm going to be real. Everybody went crazy about this shit.
You already know that's not going to be the entrance though. But listen, as long as he keeps this fucking Shang, that Shao Kahn fucking helmet, I'm with the shit.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the entrance. I just thought the way that we are. We're wrestling fans. We go ape shit crazy over bullshit sometimes, right? Including myself. I'm a wrestling fan. I just said it, right? So I just didn't think it was all great as people thought it was. But overall, AEW to me, including the bingo hall bullshit mentality that I cannot stand. Okay, they continue to develop their characters. They continue to hype up the Chicago show, which SmackDown goes off right before this ain't even the go home show for SummerSlam, right? We're gonna beat you before the go home show, right? This shit comes on this Friday. It's Rampage. We're gonna beat you to your go home show, so your SmackDown can't be as great as you kind of want it to be, and steal some ratings. Can they? On a Friday night, I'm a married man who's 46 years old who has a streaming stuff in front of me. I'll be watching fucking Rampage. AEW to me on Wednesday night got a 4.5 out of 5. I truly, truly enjoyed wrestling this past week from AEW. Dicey, still didn't change your background, but go ahead.
You know what? I completely forgot.
Let's go. I forgot you just now. Go ahead. Let me know what you think.
So AEW. Let me see. Well, first and foremost, I was with the shits because I strictly wanted to see Hooven Dude, as The Rock would say in '99. Mm-hmm. Hooven Dude. So once I saw Hooven Dude, I didn't give a shit about the rest of the night, but I still watched. Wait, we didn't even get any Britt Baker action. I'm pretty sure we didn't get no Britt Baker action.
You know what? And here's something you brought up, right? Because I tell people all the time, I talk a lot of shit because I realized, because my wife says that you guys say, people are close to me say it ain't my fault, it's yours, right? That I make my opinion feel like fact. That just means I have a lot of passion, and maybe you should kind of tag and get some of that juice yourself, thinking about moving, dude, right? And that's the fact, guys, that when you watch this stuff, it just pops off. It just pops off. Go ahead.
So the Darby Allin thing again, I think I'm right with you on Darby Allin, except for I was already on Darby Allin before you were.
Way before. I called bullshit from the time I saw a skateboard.
I loved it. I loved everything about it.
You did. I thought it was ass.
I think and I'm sorry if I'm sorry I'm pausing because I'm actually literally going through small clips right now. Okay, so did you see this thing
and put two on the damn camera? Hold on, see if I can do that. No, it's kind of impossible.
Did you see the thing about Adam Page? Okay, so I'm pretty sure you probably saw it. Adam Page walks in. So apparently they've been dropping hints like every week about somebody or something or teasing something like every week for the past month. Right? So Adam Page walks in backstage with Dark Order, and if you can look in the bottom left of the screen, right, there's nothing there on the bench. Adam Page comes there, says what he says, and then he leaves a CD on the bench.
What the CD say?
I don't know. There's some subliminal thing there. And I've been thinking all week, and I didn't want to go to Twitter to look and get the shit spoiled.
They got some very, very good producers backstage. And what's making me love AEW, and I know this is where KME, Epps, Lopez, others that are out there gravitated to AEW, right? That you can't help what's in your heart, right? So I refuse to wear Pumas. Nothing against Dice. Dice is a Puma man, right? I've seen some Pumas I sent him and was like, yo, these shits is fire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's just how I am. I'm a brand whore. You know what I mean? But
you need to get on a train of the Puma because we coming, Skill. No. We here.
Only the Yeezy can jump over the jump man. But the producers, the way that it's written, I just wanted to cut so much out. But what I was going with that other segment was when you talk about Britt Baker, was that you mentioned before, they got such a huge roster. We keep saying, why do they keep having these rosters? It brings back the days of WWE, Wrestling Challenge. Your whatever came on your local, for me in Philadelphia, was PHL 17.
Superstars for us, or was it Wrestle
Challenge? It was, you had Challenge, you had Superstars, you had your TBS Wrestling. But you never
and then
saw
USA called it. USA got it in the mid 90s.
You never saw everybody every week. You never saw everybody every week. Right. No, and the AEW does a good job of doing that, not seeing Britt Baker every week, not seeing Miro every week, not seeing you should only see your champion every week, and he shouldn't wrestle. Like Roman doesn't wrestle every week. Omega doesn't need to wrestle every week. Just need to have his face shown somewhere. And I think AEW is doing that. It's just still some of the things they do that I don't like, that I say cut out the show for me as a personal wrestler.
But you know what? And I'm glad you said that, because I'm pretty sure it's been a couple of times on the show or past shows that we address the bitching of the fans because Brock Lesnar didn't show up on Monday Night Raw. He don't need to.
No, he doesn't.
You think that John Jones or any other UFC champion is showing up on some C-level fucking program that the goddamn UFC got? Absolutely not. Brock Lesnar is a prize fighter. Your champion should make you feel like they bring money to the table. So why would they need to show up weekly if they aren't anything low? Like if they're lower than the world champion or the universal champion, by all means, take your ass to work. Clock the fuck in.
I want to show this. I'm trying to figure out, there it is. I want to show this message, this comment from the promoter of the year, Tony Khan. Greetings, gentlemen. Hope you're doing well. Can we all agree that AEW is the #1 pro wrestling show? Come on. We got CM freaking Punk debuting soon. Now, here's where I go with that. Right? Here's where I go with that.
This is little do you know, this is literally turning into the people versus Dice. Well, in the case of AEW, real deal or not.
Okay, well, how about this? Your guy. We're going to talk about him later.
My guy,
Chris Jericho.
the paymaker.
I think now more than ever, it's
Alpha.
AEW is the best pro wrestling company in the world today, both for fans and especially for performers. Nothing can stop us now. And I think that goes with the promoter of the year, Tony Khan's comments. I'm at a loss of words because.
Oh, you had a loss of words? You get your words together. How about you hit me with a big screen real quick? Hit me with a big screen and let me school you. Okay. Oh, promoter of the year, Tony Khan. You want AEW is the best? I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. You are still battling a monopoly. It doesn't matter what you tweet out. It doesn't matter what your superstars tweet out. It doesn't matter how many X people that you sign from them. You are still second fiddle, maybe third fiddle. The only reason why you would be second fiddle is because you're on TV. You're on TNT. Other than that, you are still not going to beat WWE. Once AEW gets publicly traded and then motherfuckers can invest in you, then we'll probably take you seriously if you're an intelligent wrestling fan. But if you're not, you're probably going to say, oh, AEW's still better than WWE. Ask those little kids whose shirt they want. Do they want an Adam Page shirt or do they want a fucking AJ Styles shirt? And I guarantee you they will say AJ Styles every fucking time. And that reason and that reason alone is the reason why WWE will be better than AEW in whatever aspect that you ever think of. Yeah. At the end of the day, it is about who can make money. Who can make money? Okay. Like, think about this. Do you think, all right, pop culture wise, right? Pop culture wise, WWE is synonymous with anything in the world. Like, you got BET, MTV, VH1, Fox, and you can put like WWE in the shit. Like, WWE was its own fucking channel with a streaming service. Like, they were big enough to fucking entice Peacock, well, NBC, to make Peacock or put on a Peacock. You know what I mean? So, do you
someone say the cock?
Oh God. Do you really think, like, what just because something, what did Hulk Hogan say? Flavor of the month.
Hey,
you're the flavor of the. Listen, first of all, I got a problem with Hulk Hogan. Motherfuck Hulk Hogan. And you know what? It's been a while.
Damn it.
It's been exactly 1 week since I said, fuck Dave Meltzer. You could tell him that Dice said it. Fuck you, because he been running his shit all this week about his goddamn Adam Cole bullshit, and I'm tired of it because y'all been running with the shit.
I can't see without my glasses, y'all. Damn.
Go ahead on to your AEW shit.
Okay, no, I want to get in there for one.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna be the people. Put myself on big screen. I'm gonna be the people. I have fought for the WWE for the last 12 years and over almost 3,000 episodes. Okay. Yeah, I know some of y'all are like, I got 58. I got 120. Yeah, 3,000. And I have fought for them. And I've said, because at the end of the day, it is. Let's call facts facts. It's about money. In the world of professional wrestling, though, Dice, as I bring you back, it's a heart thing. It's a heartstring. It's where I told you I always loved them. They'll always be in my heart, but they broke my heart with that Kofi shit. It just happened. It just, whatever it is that broke your heart, right? Whatever it is that broke your heart, breaks your heart. Hold on. It broke my heart, right? So when you sit here and say they're not the best or not number one, they may not be financially, they may not be numbers wise, but in the heart of fans, right? In the people's eye, and the public of, how they say it, in the thought of public opinion or something like that. I know I'm saying it wrong, so just correct me. It's fine. The people versus WWE. The people have had enough. And I'm not sitting there saying I'm off the bandwagon because I will never be. They're my favorite company. Okay? They are. But what they have done with Bronson Royal, we'll talk about him in a second. So we get this weekend wrestling has lasted way longer than I thought. Okay? We both already
wait. You want to get the Bronson Reed? I can do that for you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Bronson Reed got fired. Niggas get fired every day, B. Next subject.
Hold on. Mike asked W since he was WWF. Yo, that's just disrespectful.
Listen, now I gotta be the one. I gotta be the one to defend this. I gotta be the one to defend this because I am the district attorney for all of wrestling. My people, if you love my takes, if you love what I have to say about this shit, please do not hesitate to tune in next week. A brand new segment for your boy. It's called The People versus Dice in the case of your favorite wrestling subjects. I will tell you why.
I came up with that, by the way. I said people get fired every day, B.
That's fine. Actually, he didn't. Cameron did and paid in full.
He said people. You
messed up my plug. But next week,
you cut me off. Are you right?
The People versus Dice in the case of your favorite wrestling topics of the week. I will pull up and I will tear down everything that you guys think is gospel. And I will tell you why you're wrong about your opinion.
Now, can I finish my statement? I had a soliloquy going and everything. But I don't even want to talk about it.
The DA rest, Your Honor.
I'm just saying to the fans, to the people who love wrestling, to our demographic, maybe not my sons and my daughters, but to our demographic, the ones who are listening to this show, they all say fuck WWE. And they definitely say fuck Raw. And I have to start to begin to think that even I, who have defended them since WWF, is leaning towards the pendulum. With the fire, I'm going to move on. The weekend wrestling was great. Let's just start. SmackDown. All right, I can't go without.
Wait, real quick.
I got to talk SmackDown. Hurry up, go ahead.
Wait, yeah, real quick before you get into that. I have an amazing question. I would really like for those who are regulars.
I got notes.
Since we were saying, WWE broke your heart. Right? Mm-hmm. When did the fact of the matter is the question I want to know for next week, guys, that we can talk about is when did wrestling break your heart? If it broke your heart, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Kofis. Let's talk about
Kofi Kingston lose to Brock Lesnar in 15 fucking seconds. Oh, for the culture.
Did you really think that?
No. First of all, you already fucking know I didn't think he was going to win. So don't fucking ask that fucking question on live on air. You already know. Of course I didn't think he was going to win. I said all he got to do is hold a belt to October and I would be fine because that would be a significant run for the first black WWE champion. I knew he would lose, especially when he was going Brock Lesnar come back. Of course he was going to lose. 15 seconds, he deserved better than that. That's all I'm going to say. He deserved better than that. And you cannot sit here and tell me that they wasted that fucking time to get him to lose for Cain Velasquez versus Brock. It was just trash. It was a trash environment. Let's move on. We got a big fucking show today, all right? So SmackDown.
You didn't even say we had a smorgasbord, so it's not that big of a
First of all, if I did, now you know. It's a smorgasbord of shit to talk about today. And those who don't know what a fucking smorgasbord is, that's a buffet. Let's talk about the Tribal Chief. The end all, to be all.
The bloodline skill.
The bloodline. We had Edge challenge Seth Rollins to SummerSlam. I didn't know it's going to happen. Bianca Belair challenges, or Sasha Banks challenges Bianca Belair. The Street Profits come against the Dirty Dogs. And that's where I have my biggest problem with SmackDown. Other than I thought SmackDown was wonderful. Here's where I didn't have here's where I did not like SmackDown. You get your ass beat individually by the Alpha Academy, and you come back and say nothing about the Alpha Academy. That's the shit that WWE does that no other promotion does. NWA Power doesn't do it. Impact doesn't do it.
Oh, can we please talk about Impact? Can we please?
God damn it. I mean, Jesus. Sure. My point is, no one does this. The Street Profits, as much as I love them, this is not their fault. This is WWE's booking fault. Other than that, I thought SmackDown was good. I thought it was actually better than good. It was my second. I ain't gonna lie. It's still my favorite show of the week, even though I watch the shit on fucking subtitles because it has the bloodline on it. I know AEW was dope. I thought the weekend wrestling, because, I'm going to give it a two. You got a Corona too? I've drunk too much for the weekend, guys. I don't even know why I'm drinking wine right now. If it wasn't for the wine, I would be asleep. Where that guy who said I needed coffee, the head coffee pour here at WWE, I couldn't even drink it right now. I am on fumes. I had a hell of a birthday weekend. But SmackDown, Dice, just give me your grade. If you guys want to add to it. I won't retort. And then give me your impact.
Finn Balor getting his ass beat was great.
There you go, being disrespectful.
It was great. This is what
I love Finn Balor.
Listen, This is what we like to see. You
Who likes to see this? I want to see this.
You cannot big up the tribal chief and be all for the bloodline, and then when Finn Balor gets his ass beat, you don't like it? No, I loved it.
I did love it. I mean, I did. It's just why I gotta be Finn.
Why? It had to be somebody.
Yeah, why Finn?
It had to be somebody. What, you thought it was going to be Edge?
What? You want to put some money that Sasha Banks doesn't win at SummerSlam?
Nah, man. Sasha's not. No. Okay. You know what, Jason? You're one of our originals, so I'm not going to disrespect you.
No, actually, I actually was just picking on him. I actually think Sasha does win. I'm tired of Bianca Belair.
I don't think that she wins.
Because Becky's hurt. Credible, not Becky.
Zelina?
Ding Dong. No, Ding Dong.
Bailey's going to October.
Gone to November. She's probably going on in that. They said 9 months. I just wanted to hear to sing the song. But go ahead.
I don't think that
Finn Balor getting what was great. Fuck you.
Yeah. I don't think that. All right, let's think about Bianca's formidable victories or opponents. Who has it been? Outside of Sasha Banks.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. I was
who's the best opponents that she's had, like, victory-wise, since she's been champ outside of Sasha Banks?
I would say Carmella. Nobody. I mean, I love Carmella, but let's be real. She has not defended the title versus anybody. Well, Bayley. That's disrespectful. Not to say Bayley. It was Bayley, hands down. But
wait, no. She didn't. Remember, she didn't even get a chance to beat Bayley when she had the belt because Bayley got hurt.
Okay, but they had the run. It was going to happen. So you're right. Nobody. Selena Vega is all right. There you go. I'm drinking.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
go Birds. It's Madden week. Just saying, it's Madden week.
I tell you, the fact that I have to constantly defend this beautiful WWE. And the fact that people doubt them so much, I ask you, why? Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why? Is something wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What I do now?
Bianca Belair shouldn't be losing a title if she hasn't even had formidable victories or opponents for that matter.
I'll give you that. That's where we're going. Yeah. Well, I got mad in 2022. Almost.
2020 now.
I really love you, right? Yeah. I'm like, that's 2 years ago. Come on.
Big E with his little cameo. I love the fact that he's fucking with Paul Heyman right now. You could just feel it. You
keep riding that. I think there's nothing involved in that.
It is. Listen, I promise you. If it does not happen, if Big E does not cash in and prove Paul Heyman wrong, I got $25 for you.
I thought I was gonna get some money for my birthday, so I don't know about that. I want some.
I still got you. I still got you. I still got you.
Actually,
I keep my word. I still got you. Yeah, I had a hectic weekend, as I told you before the show.
You did.
So,
that's not how I pray. I'm not gonna fake it. That's just how I pray.
But I do think him fucking with him is going to what they doing. They give us a little leg and take it right back. That's what they doing.
I like that little leg.
They give it a little leg and they take it right back.
That little leg is what kept me watching Lost for 6 fucking years. You know how I feel about that shit, Skip.
So Big E, I think that him, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with what they're doing with Big E.
I would definitely love that. Billy is a new commentator. Go ahead. I'm just doing the chat.
She's like the female Jericho.
She's definitely the female Jericho. She definitely is.
She's definitely, yeah. I'm cool with that. We're definitely missing Bailey right now at this point.
No. First of all, I love you, Mad Dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love you. I am a Madden aficionado. When I tell you that Madden comes out on Thursday,
it comes out on Thursday.
Okay, it's for you people to get it then. I will have it. Anybody who has EA access or pre-ordered the MVP or higher above, or Hall of Fame or MVP edition will get it on the 17th. I will get it on Thursday, and so will Dice Man. Oh shit. Here come them. Oh, can I have that? I know I can't have that. That's Thanos. That's beautiful.
You want to talk about Madden?
Oh,
Thanos! I am the apprentice of the mighty Thanos!
Hey, don't disrespect me. I'm Darth Maul.
Okay, who you want to be? Who you want to be? Green Goblin or some shit? What do you want? What do you want?
No, because whatchamacallit?
Green Goblin. Green Goblin's cool. He can do a little bit of cool stuff.
Can I be Carnage? That's what I want to be Carnage. Okay, I'm Carnage.
Listen. Any one of y'all want to touch me on that Madden? Come holler at me. Come holler at me. I'm real. I'm serious with it.
Hey, this is the unpopular reviews around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx, and just momentarily, while we take a little break, a little drink, maybe take a little bathroom break, whatever it is not really a bathroom break for you guys, as we've seen the video, but I do want to pay some tribute and some homage to me, one of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived, and that is one beautiful Bobby Eaton.
I am presenting to you now the Mid-South Tag Team Champions and the men who will defend those belts proudly throughout the program. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
He was one of my favorite guys to work with in the ring. I got nothing but respect for beautiful Bobby Eaton. Him and whether it was Loverboy Dennis Condrey or Sweet Stan Lane with Jim Cornette as their manager, one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
I love Bobby Eaton. He was so good. My God, timing. Bobby could do anything and had immaculate timing.
Man, you talk about a quality man. I don't know that there's a better human being on the planet than that man right there, Bobby Eaton. You know, for 12 years or something, we lived one street apart. Best friends. Love Bobby Eaton.
You met the Rock and Roll Express. You came out victorious. However, tonight things may change.
Oh, lots of things change in life. People change, places change, things change, and a lot of things change in professional wrestling, especially over the last couple of years. But some things never change. The Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express, still the greatest tag team matchup in the history of professional wrestling. But we never get enough of beating those punks up.
Bobby Eaton was, in my opinion, the greatest tag team wrestler that has ever lived, if not one of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived.
It ain't bragging, it's fact. We're the #1 tag team in professional wrestling.
Please welcome one of Sting's best friend and a little Stinger himself, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Bobby Eaton!
But if you're a younger fan and you've never seen Bobby and Arn in tag action, it's a clinic. And if you're a tag team wrestler, you're a wannabe, you're somebody that's just getting things rolling in their career, these are the kind of unknown to the general populace matches that you want to watch. Understand why they do what they do. Understand how they make transition. They're not awkward, they're not clumsy, they're not clunky, everything's smooth, and it makes sense. It's logical.
And this right here, this Middle America belt, the thing that I own, in which I'm going to be the people's champion, and get in here and defend it against anybody and anyone. That's included this little chump in the ring right now.
Now look at the strength of Bobby Eaton.
We got a new world television champion. WCW World Television Champion. Beautiful Bobby. Put Flair away. There's a backbreaker. Beautiful Bobby measures in. There's the neckbreaker. He hooks the leg. Beautiful Bobby wins the first call.
This guy is good enough to know what he needs to do, what I need to do, and teach me on the fly. A true professional's professional.
He's just one of the nicest guys in the history of the wrestling business, no doubt about it.
Bobby was like just pure of heart, man.
Oh, and I remember Mick Foley talking and praising Bobby Eaton for helping him early on. You know, Goldberg, wanted Bobby Eaton to end his streak because of all the help that Bobby Eaton gave him early on in his career.
Some things never change. We're still the greatest tag team combination in the history of professional wrestling. Always have been and always will be, regardless of who says different.
It was actually one of the saddest things I woke up to since I woke up to. It was the first time my children ever saw me cry was when Dusty Rhodes passed away. And beautiful Bobby passed away on my birthday. And just as a kid, again, I always tell people, most people, however you watch wrestling, mine was my father. My father got me into wrestling real young. My father reminded me of Ron Simmons. It's how he looked. He had the same kind of, black mullet, whatever you want to call it, Jerry curl kind of thing. And he loved wrestling. And I would watch, he loved tag team wrestling, and I would watch tag team wrestling, and it's just like I saw them against the Rock. Like I would agree with Jim Cornette. The Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express is the greatest rivalry in professional wrestling tag team history, in my opinion. It's the Mount Rushmore of rivalries and tag team.
Harlem Heat versus Steiner Brothers.
Don't even come close. It doesn't even come close, brother. But you don't know it. You talked about it early in the program. You have to go back and watch your history. I encourage you to go back and watch your history. And it's a lot of history to watch. So I'm not sure if you're ever going to feel it, whether I felt it as a kid. And I'm not going to say you're wrong because that's your opinion. But for me, it's not even close, because what we were talking about, the things that belts going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was nothing like that. I'm not saying the Rock and Roll Express was, that, but they would beat you with a double drop kick. The Midnight Express would beat you with just this off the top rope.
A top rope suplex could put a motherfucker out back
in the day. Absolutely.
I mean, my favorite thing to hear.
I love the Steiner
would be
brothers.
Vince McMahon. He's got him on the top rope. Superplex.
Arguably in my top 5, I have the Steiner brothers. It's just I don't have Harlem Heat in my top 5 as tag teams.
As a black man, you don't even. Wow.
Listen, I think it's pro black as I am. The only line that's ever blurred with me. I mean, we've had our drag out fights that I say I can't even talk to you no more about black versus white and America versus black. One of the things I don't debate is blacks and I think that's where the line gets blurred. That's where I think wrestling fans go, but it's wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
There's still politics.
Yeah, and
it does involve.
Absolutely. And Vaughn, I wish I could actually play it. I could not. I had to be very careful because I've said this for 10 years. Dice, you know this. Vaughn, you know this. KME knows this. They're listening. And anytime Mike Knoxxx plays anything, they put up a copyright as fast as you can think about it.
Listen, y'all. I posted this on my game channel, the Z is Silent on Facebook. Go ahead and follow me. I posted this the other day, and you know what? I wasn't even mad at the copyright that we got. You understand what I'm saying, everybody? Like, I wasn't mad because they were telling me to take it down. I was more excited for the simple fact that they knew who the fuck we were.
It happened quick. It happened during the live program. It happened during the live program. And that doesn't happen. Vaughn, I would disagree with you on that one as well. The Dudleys and Hardys don't even come close. And it doesn't even come close. So I'm going to tell you why. Because it was a threesome. It was a 3-way dance for it, right? And the Dudleys was in. I said threesome because I haven't had one. Not the men way. You had 2 girls and 1 man. Yeah, I had trains and shit, right? But it doesn't storyline. You can't even get to that in this day and time. And yes, as a black man, how could you not have Harlem Heat and my Mount Rushmore? I don't. I would tell you right now. Let me. I don't even have to think about it. Okay, Mount Rushmore, real fast. My Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestling will go to I'm not in no particular order. This is my 4. Okay, Steiner Brothers, the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs. Okay. And the Midnight Express. And I was not even a fan of them. I was not even a fan.
Wait. Now, which iteration of the Hart Foundation? What you going with Brett and Owen, or are you going with Brett and Neidhart?
I'm going Brett and Neidhart. Although I think Owen and Yoko deserves a lot of credit that he do not ever get for being one of the top tag teams of all time. But I would also, to me, you implement Beautiful Bob Eaton with Arn Anderson. You implement him with Lord Steven Regal. When Lord Steven Regal helped
does
out
not get enough
Beautiful
credit
Bobby Eaton
in the
his
business
career as the Blue Bloods. They were fucking incredible, and they ran NWA for a period of time. And I know when they actually were being called WCW, remember, I was a kid. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have all that shit. I still thought it was just called NWA. Because a lot of NWA
Mel, what's up, dog? She said, damn, look at Zaddy in them glasses.
You stupid. You stupid. And yes, Brett and Neidhart. And I can agree with Mike on that one. And Jason, you're my man, one of the longest running fans we have, other than Cam Mina, who's been with us from the beginning.
Elvis?
Listen, Elvis is a troll, super troll. That motherfucker inboxed me and said, Carmelo over Charlotte Flair on my birthday. Here's the king of trolls. Fuck you.
Let me ask you this impromptu question, because I know we're off subject, but this tag team thing is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
So in the terms of African American tag teams, if you got a match between a triple threat. Like we got Dudley's and Edge and Christian and Hardy Boys. Okay. So if we had a black version of that,
that's hard.
And we put Usos.
It had the Usos
versus the New Day.
Usos aren't black. I know it's black. We count them as black because we know they probably say the N-word, but they're Samoan.
Oh, you know damn well they say Usos. You know they wanted to put Usos, nigga.
But to be honest and be fair, it's why the certain black commission, which I'm a part of, doesn't count The Rock. I still count The Rock because I'm a wrestling fan, and that's that gray line. But when black, I'm black, y'all, because I'm black, y'all, because I'm blickety black, because I'm black, y'all. Say The Rock don't count, they kind of be right. They mean 100% black. So therefore, the Usos wouldn't be there. For me, it would have to be Doom, which is Butch Reed and Farouk, right? It would have to be Harlem Heat. And then again, maybe the Soul Patrol, which is Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas. Jesus. That's the best 3 black tag teams there were. If I'm wrong, if I forget somebody, insert somebody. But every great black wrestler, this is a great tag team.
So we talked about it. New Day was
okay. I would put who's winning? I'm sorry.
Who's winning between New Day
in there?
Who's winning between New Day and Harlem Heat?
Yes. I would say New Day. I'm gonna tell you why I'll say New Day.
Really?
Because they have that Freebird element of they have that man outside.
So which combination? Because me personally, I love the combination of. I love the combination of Kofi with Big E, but it's something about the combination of Xavier with Big E. Xavier brings a lot of technicality into his wrestling.
I've never been the biggest Kofi fan. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've never been the biggest Xavier fan when he was Constant Kisses Creed.
He could go so hard, man.
I just saw Apollo Creed and I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's all I saw. Apollo Creed and Jerry Curl. He did the split and then the fucking pyro fell. I was like, come on. Well, this man's out here shucking and jiving. Okay. I couldn't get with it. So yeah, I still would put New Day over Harlem Heat.
Okay, speaking of Consequences Creed and where he came from.
Kofi
Impact! Okay. Can we please discuss Impact?
No, I didn't even watch Impact.
It was my birthday week. One reason only.
Go ahead.
Hardcore country. Oh God!
Was it a short she had on? Are we really talking about this because of the shorts?
No, she didn't have shorts on. First of all,
I didn't watch it. I'm asking you.
I'm offended. You know what? Everybody in the chat. I need everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, just give me some big L's in the chat for this man because he posted a video of Deonna Purrazzo getting interrupted by Mickey James, and then he didn't even look at the video because he didn't even see what she had on.
Who, me?
Yes, you just posted it today. And it was literally
come on now. I
forgot.
No, I forgot.
I forgot. Melina had
don't put big L's in the chat. I forgot.
Big L's in the chat for this man right here.
All right. Okay. I don't do this often. Am I a belt king?
Yeah, you're a belt sorcerer. Well, no, you got passed. You got passed.
That's what I said. I'm not the fucking OG.
Well, I'm applauding this shit and I wear it very proudly. I'm proud of this shit. As soon as my Afterpay get done with my 10 pairs of Pumas, I'm going for my next belt.
Oh yeah, and you're right. Melina showed up at Impact.
And Melina looks great. So
greatest female entrance of all time, and I said, bring the pictures out. Don't even come close to the split.
Listen, and she lifted up the pant leg so she wouldn't fuck up the split.
I'm not sure if it's a baseball reference or not, but I'm offended by that because my Cubs don't exist anymore. That's very disrespectful. I'm gonna put no more of your comments on the show for the next 3 minutes. Hurry up, man. We got so much more to talk about, man.
I know. I just want to get this out. I want to be the great value Nori. I want to give people their flowers. All right. I've been watching a lot of Drink Champs.
We can't give it you know what? I watched fucking The Shy, and it's these kids on the show, and they gave the girl who's a kid her flowers. I'm like, she's a kid.
She got plenty more flowers to get. But
I get you live in Chicago, so you're not supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, I'm 46 and I'm still alive. I get it.
But the one thing I wanted to point out, because I thought that segment was really fucking dope for all of the women that were involved. And I can't believe that you ain't talking about it because your man Aiden English is over there.
Vaughn.
The Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I got all the belts. I started this shit. And it's the motherfucker.
Listen, your guy. Thank you, DC. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. He dropped the ball on that one. He dropped the ball on that one.
I did drop the ball. I forgot. I get a birthday pass. I get a birthday pass.
The dopest thing about
I get a
that
birthday
was
pass. You're gonna say yes or no?
Was one no the one because the one dope it was I'm gonna say about 3 dope things about that segment. 3.
What? He put big L's. Like they
big L's in the chat. Let's go.
No one called you big L-A-L-L. That's not mine.
That's all I want to hear in this fucking Hall of Fame speech. Aiden English started off, right?
You know I love Aiden English.
He still got it, man.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Man, listen. If anybody hasn't seen this, go to TNA's, Impact's Facebook page. It's one of the most viewed things right now with Aiden English and Deonna Purrazzo, Mickie James, and Melina, and he still knows how to work the crowd. He's now called the Homecoming King, and Deonna Purrazzo is the queen.
Somebody say king?
And I thought the dope thing about it was after Mickie introduced Melina, you can literally hear the admiration in Deanna's voice because she was trying to get through her words in that promo, and you could hear the tears welting up
drop
inside.
My time through that bullshit ass post.
DC, talk to me! Talk to me nice!
Man, y'all better stop.
Puma gang over everything.
You know, first of all, all right, do I have to go to Apple iPhone method on y'all and say who's number 1 sneaker in the world? That's all that. Hold on. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. But when wrestling fans tell you they don't care about ratings, about what's in their heart, it don't matter for merchandise? Because in merchandise, like in wrestling, the number 1 company is Nike. Puma's not even sniffing a well of a Tic Tac in a horse's mouth.
That's
Figure
fine.
that out.
That's fine. We desire to be different.
Listen,
we desire to be different.
22 years ago, dog, Y2J was debuting. I'm not going to show the clip. I don't want to get kicked off internet. We've done enough.
I can't afford no more. I can't afford no more. I won't get paid from Facebook. I can't afford it no more.
All right. Y2J made his debut, dog. And guess what? It was fantastic. It was amazing. And so I asked the question 22 years later. We talk about the Mount Rushmore all the time. So I'm not going to even go that far with you. In the top 10, does Chris Jericho place, and where does he place, Dice Man?
Now we're talking about overall.
I'm talking about personal top 10. Now you can make this. When I tell people your list, this is a list of we came on the show and we say, hey, this is what we think should be in a list. Everybody knows when I
give you my list off top.
Okay. So where does Jericho go? For me, it's different than for me, and I say this, and that was my disclaimer was I have a list that I think that goes in line with professional wrestling, and I have a list that's my list. Because what's my list, what's my favorite list, I can be blind to what wrestling says. But in wrestling worlds, it's about butts in the seats. It's about character, right? It's about ratings. It's about mic skills and in-ring ability. Okay? So when it comes to those 5 things, Dice, where do you rank Chris Jericho?
For
me, I'm gonna give it out. I give him out. He's outside the top 10 for me.
Overall, if it's overall, and I have to ask for this handicap because the thing about wrestling is similar to sports. Like we can argue who's the greatest since 2000 in such and such categories, right? We can do that. But when it comes to wrestling, we've been blessed with so many greats that it's so unfair to the people that you accidentally leave off of the list. So, Your Honor, I am asking you, can I please get a handicap?
For what reason?
Okay, so
you just said it, didn't you? And
I did.
I'm so.
If we can knock it from 2000 from 2000 to now.
Okay.
He's
from
in my top 10.
2000 to now.
He's definitely in my top 10. But if we're going overall,
yeah,
he slightly edges out. He slightly edges out maybe 12 to 15 for me personally.
I would give you that off rip of just automatically thinking about it right now. But in 2000s to now, we have Cena, we have Triple H, I'm still throwing in Shawn Michaels, second half of his career, which I think is better than his first half of his career. I'm throwing in Kurt Angle.
Arguable.
I'm throwing in Kurt Angle. That eliminates HH. That eliminates Ric Flair. That eliminates Bret Hart. Randy Orton, Edge, Roman, Jericho.
Wait, you got Roman as a total package as a talker now? He just started doing it in the past 365 days? Are you kidding me right now?
I didn't know you meant talker. I was talking about just top 10 since 2000.
But you said who has the 5 elements that you...
Yeah, but some elements can fall off if the other ones matter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
that's 7.
Did you put the third one for Jericho? I think Jericho gives me 8.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think of 10, right? That's very, very hard. As I say, AJ Styles. And I would throw in, this is where it would be tough for me to throw in either Punk or Daniel Bryan, right? But I'm going to say for argument's sake, for merchandise sale, I'm going to throw in CM Punk and talking. So yeah, Jericho makes the top 10 if you go that route. If you go from 2000 to now, Jericho's there.
So
again, that was a very fast top 10. But
Undertaker's never been a talker, Derek. Are you kidding me right now?
No, but people for what it's worth, King Vaughn Jr.
I think Undertaker in the late 90s is better than
people love Taker.
I think Taker in the late 90s is better than Taker in, let's say, 2000 to 2005. And then in that last back half of 06 to 2010, he was really good.
Well, technically, 70s would still count Hogan, would still count Dusty Rhodes, would
still
still count
Flair.
Flair.
Too far from
I'm not going to count 50s and 60s. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to count the 70s, right? Because I was 5 when I started watching wrestling. That was 1980, right? So I go back 5 more years to the 70s. But let's be real. Into that top 10, yeah, that wouldn't. Listen, unfortunately.
Taker is not one of the best overall characters in wrestling. He is the best overall character in wrestling.
Well, I would still disagree with that.
And listen, I
would put HH above that. I would put HH above Taker. What HH did,
I knew he was coming with Seth Rollins. I knew he was.
Listen, I'm not going. Stone Cold Steve Austin retired in 01. Right?
Yeah.
01, 03.
We're talking. So you're saying that 1 year overshadows anything the other 9 that we have said.
Well, and if I forgot Rock, you're right. I did see a quick top 10. So Rock, Triple H, HBK, Taker. I'm not sure if I put Taker over Jericho.
This is a really good list. This is a really good list.
I'm not putting Bryan and Punk in there without putting the Tribal Chief. Because, brother, you guys.
I'm sorry. Absolutely not.
I know you don't, but I've been saying for 7 years how great Roman was. You know that.
Okay, so when did CM Punk step away? 2013?
6 years ago.
Was it 6 years?
It's been 6-7 years since we've seen CM Punk in his height.
I think it was like.
Hey, 8. Google, when did CM Punk leave the WWE?
I don't have that answer.
Referee.com. They say Punk not only left WWE in 2014.
2014. That's 7 years.
Yeah, Google.
And
shut up.
And he came in 07, 08. So
to WWE, yes.
So are you saying he was on the ECW sci-fi roster?
Yeah.
So
why you always pick on that? You're like Skip Bayless. You want to all of a sudden now say the Olympics count as being the best in the world? Stop it.
So are we saying from 07 to 14, out of that 7 to 14 years wise, how many did Punk have? He had a good 4, right? Good 4. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I would say 3.5.
Okay. Out of Roman's
been the top guy in WWE for 5 years.
Okay, fair enough.
No, like the top guy. Like
Punk
I
was
know the guy in fans, but he wasn't the guy in the company. Cena still was.
Listen, this is fans' throat. This is Roman.
First of all, that's CM Punk. That's
is this some more Roman? Is this some more Roman?
No, that bullshit is gonna go. I'm gonna put myself in full mode right now because I'm gonna say it again. Any wrestler who's ever been number 1 in the company's eyes have been shoved down your throats like the peacock. And I love saying cock. And I don't mean in a broke back way.
Is he finished?
I'm done and I'm
okay, good, because we got some more Roman. Let's shove this down your throat some more too. Oh, look at this. 5th year in a row, some more Roman.
So who else wasn't in your throat? John Cena wasn't there?
Listen,
Was the Rock not there?
Hold on.
Was Stone Cold Steve Austin not shoved down your throats?
Michael,
you may have liked it. You may have liked that cock from Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it was still being shoved down your throat.
There's no pause in the statement.
Oh. Well, no,
not a pause. We got facts.
No,
okay.
I didn't. That's how you got facts, not pause.
All right, now, I want to say because it makes me it breaks me out in hives every time you say that shit. Right, makes my balls itch.
Oh God,
right?
You making some.
You say everybody's been shoved down fans' throats, right? But have they been shoved the way that
everybody had, dog?
The way that Roman was. Let's think about this for a minute.
Yes.
Hold on. Yes. Who else? Yes. Hold on. Who else were they clearly? Get the hell out of here, Mad Dog. What kind of shit did you smoking?
And I am a Dean Ambrose guy, and I was still saying
shit you smoking, Mad Dog.
Hold on, Dean Ambrose was the best guy from a pro wrestling fan who AEW kind of fan base fans look at pro wrestling. He was the best. But in a professional wrestling of what sports entertainment is, Roman was the guy.
You're both wrong. It was Seth. That's why he's the architect.
No,
anyway.
Who has more titles, Seth or Roman? Who sold more merchandise, Seth or Roman?
I don't fucking know. Google.
Who has main evented more WrestleMania, Seth or Roman?
Who's the prettiest, Seth or Roman?
My wife would say Roman.
Okay, then. As a heterosexual male, that's a nice looking fucking man.
Okay.
Like,
so what's your point?
Okay.
Your point is trying to make. No.
I want to get to my point because Mad Dog said that goofy shit.
It doesn't matter about everybody's been shoved down your throat.
No,
Daniel Bryan was shoved down your throat.
Mad Dog said that goofy shit.
Shoved down your throats. Everybody was shoved down your throats. They love the cock.
I didn't even get to my point because Mad Dog said that irreversible goofy shit. But what I was trying to say is, right, what champion that WWE forced down our throats that the company, well, not the company, but the fans rebelled and constantly booed them whenever they were a baby face, right? Whenever they were a baby face.
Cena and Roman.
Hold on. Whenever they were a baby face, and they still continuously put that man in a main event at WrestleMania. Is that not? They put that man in a match to close the show.
Appreciate it.
Constantly.
Glasses.
Are you saying that's the same thing that happened with Cena?
I'm saying yes. I'm being honest with you. Like, I think you know this, and we're going to go beyond the bravado of us being on the show. You talk to me, we talk intimately, and I don't mean that in a broke-back way. We talk personal, it's grown man building type shit, and we talk about how I feel about things separate from what we the world can accept, and I try to break it down for you more than I have time on this radio show to break down. Yes, and how I look at professional wrestling, I think everybody was shoved down your throats, and I think, yeah, I get fans when they say Cena, Super Cena, 5. Only thing I hate when it comes to Cena is the 5 moves of death, whatever the fuck they call it. I hate that because that's what's WWE at the time.
5 moves of doom.
Yeah,
everybody has it.
Everybody has them.
It's their signature. It's their signature style in the ring.
That's
everybody
their company. That's
what people go to wrestle when they want to see their favorite wrestler. That's what they want to see. If people like every time I watch a fucking Baron Corbin match, if he doesn't get slung to that turnbuckle and slide under it and come back, I don't give a shit about the match because I like that in Deep Six strictly from Baron Corbin or Pat McAfee would say,
that point right there.
Baron.
Super Black Gamer Bros. Please make sure you follow them on Twitch and on your Facebook gaming. He just said, that's my man Micah from Virginia. Roman and Cena was main eventing pay-per-views while Punk was your champion. And y'all can say how you want to. We said this plenty of times again in every wrestling circuit. Think of, oh my God, how come the champion's not number 1 in the main event? Because they're not the one event to the company. They got the belt because the fans beg for it. I'm not saying I was wrong. I'm not saying I agree or I disagree because I can't remember that as of right now. But I'm being honest with you. This is how the company works. There's a difference between what we love and what the company presents, right, to you. So Y2J, again, in my top 10, not in mine. But how you put it from 2000 to now, absolutely, Dice. Okay. It's not even crescent. And even Shawn Michaels had 5 moves of doom. And I love, you know why I love Shawn Michaels? I tell people all the time, I go 1 and 1A. Call it not fair. Call it what you want to. Dice gets mad when I say, well, I'm from Chicago and I was raised in Philadelphia. I love them both. He goes, pick a team. Pick a damn team. You told me to pick a team. I was raised in both cities. You know what I'm saying? So I have love for both cities. They're my 1 and 2. But when it comes to football, it's the Eagles. When it comes to everything else, it's Chicago first. And he gets mad when the Bulls are ass. And I go, go Sixers. Go Sixers, go. What happens to your Bulls? I'm still a Sixer fan because I still am a Sixer fan. So when it comes to professional
you gotta
wrestling,
support a team and you gotta be a fan of a team. You gotta pick one or the other.
I'm a fan of both because my mother's from Chicago, my father's from Philadelphia. I was raised in both cities. That's not fair for you to tell me to choose when I would tell you right here, right now, I love the Bulls organization more than I love the Sixers. I love the Cubs organization more than I love the Phillies. I love the Blackhawks organization more than I love the Flyers. When it comes to football, I love the Eagles organization more than I love the Bears, but I still love both cities. It's better than being from Delaware and being a fan of the San Diego Chargers or the New York Knicks. At least I'm in the same 2 cities.
What?
I had to bring it
First
up.
and foremost, you want to get personal? Everybody in the chat.
You want to get personal?
Do you not love who you love and you choose to love who you love?
Oh, God.
As kids,
I'm 46 years old.
Let's not brainwash kids into saying this is who you are supposed to like because this is where you are from.
First of all, give
be
me 1 second.
original.
Give me 1
like
second.
who you like.
Give me 1 second. I did brainwash my kids. They've never been to Chicago in their life. Well, that's not true. They were like babies, and they love everything I love. It's called brainwashing, and I was brainwashed as a kid. Okay, move.
I will tell you this: my baby boy will he will
like what his daddy love because
he's gonna like the Chargers. He's gonna like the Chargers, but he's gonna have his choice once he realizes there are other teams. Because that's what got me when I was a kid. I didn't realize there were other teams because that's all we got. All we got like 2 channels. I knew 4 teams in NFL. I knew 4 teams in NFL. I had to choose between them.
What? Now that didn't make Jesus, Jason, that's just retard.
At least he admits that he jumped on a bandwagon.
At least he admits that. You're right. That's an asterisk of an admission, right? Because okay, but damn, Bulls, and you were a Piston fan first. Like I told,
these are like 3 of the biggest rivalries.
Yeah, I told Isaiah Thomas to his face as a Southsider we couldn't stand his ass. You know what I'm saying? Shots fired. Listen. All right. So moving on from Jericho, we had more WWE releases, Dice. People ask me all week, we're going to talk about this. Let's get out the way real fast. And before you go ahead and get into your soliloquy about releases and what I've said, and you said I stole it from fucking, Rico, but I modified it. Wrestlers get fired every day, B.
So I have had some time to reflect now, and some time to just.
It doesn't matter what you reflect on. I was there. I saw him win the title. They had Pyro in NXT. Bronson Reed was over, and WWE didn't give a fuck. And he goes on to say that he's the best super heavyweight today, Dice. And I say, I don't know. It's not my place to know. It's just my place to be a fan and look to see what they do next. If he ends up somewhere next as a fan of his, I can then go support him. But this is what we talked about for weeks. People know this out there. All the intelligent wrestling fans know this. This is not wrestling in 2003, when there really wasn't another alternate. And then there was TNA Impact. But a lot of fans looked down on TNA Impact. There is plenty of places to go today to get a job. He goes on the video about how my wife was affected and this was affected. And I'm a fan of his. I actually, came very close. I didn't do it, but I came very close to buying a shirt. This lets you know that anybody is expendable, B.
Once again, I have to defend people getting the old noose around the neck and get from the fucking chair. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to constantly do this? Y'all making me into a mark, and it's purely just common sense.
Well, first of all, you are a mark. We all are marks.
I'm not a mark.
You are. Yes, you are. Well,
it's a motherfucker that know what the fuck he talking about, and I speak the shit into the existence. Oh, I'm cooler than a black pope out this bitch. But y'all don't want to listen to me. I don't want to listen to me. They get fired every day, B. Why the fuck do we care about this man losing his job? Why? And then the main thing that everybody wants to run and go do is WWE is losing touch. They doing this, they doing that. They get the dick out of your mouth. Who's to say that these people or this person didn't do something backstage or rub people the wrong way? That is the easiest way to get your ass cut in WWE. Everybody who's an intelligent wrestling fan, you know this. They don't give a shit how much merchandise you bring in, how over the fuck you are. If you rub creative the wrong way, if you rub the owner the wrong way, if you rub those in power the wrong way, you are caught. You are null and fucking void. In other words, those that watch VH1, you are non-motherfucking factor, bitch.
Hey, first of all, motherfucker, you know I watch VH1 all the goddamn time. I watch the Love and Hip Hops. I watch the Cartel bullshit. I watch all the bullshit. I watch the Fresh Prince on the weekday.
Rudy, don't you come in here with this praise the Lord shit right now.
I praise the Lord. I've been watching the Royal Gemstones. If you haven't watched it on HBO Max, it's available right now. They only had one season, but the Royal Gemstones are
chat, Rudy. I'm still home run king. Home run derby king right here. Anybody want some MLB work, come get at me. But proceed. It's still my go, Your Honor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, again, can somebody please tell me, why do we care so much about this?
Because he was just North American champion, you weirdo.
Yeah, and I just put a Mexican ribeye in a goddamn in the oven. Don't mean I ain't gonna trim the fat off that bitch before I eat.
I'm gonna ask you a real question. I'm not being facetious here. What the fuck is a Mexican ribeye? I'm a steak man.
Yeah, Mexican ribeyes are a thing. All my steak people out there, the Mexican ribeyes, they do hit really good. They do hit really good. I'm just saying.
They talking to you, Jason, about all how you're a Bulls, Piston, and Laker fan. They don't go together.
I'm just saying, like, once you cook a fucking steak, you gotta trim the fat off of it.
He is acting like he got his ass kicked by Jadakiss. He was all, you know, my wife.
He trying to take a page out of Drake Maverick shit right there. But
because of Drake Maverick situation, I do think this might be somebody who's going to get brought back real soon. And I disagree with Bully Ray of Bust Open Radio. They're fans of the show. We're fans of their show as well. We've had the creator Dave LaGreca on this program, personal friend of mine.
They're really good.
But I still disagree with him saying that if you tell WWE you'll come back after they release you, means you're showing them your worth. Some things are still a numbers game.
You're literally telling them that you're going to take less money because that's what the fuck they're going to offer you.
But okay, but my thing is that don't NFL players, don't people take reconstruction contracts all the time? Because I take less money now, I mean I can't come back and ask for more money later.
Yes, but he's literally on the third string of the roster. We value you, we like what you do, but we can't give you no pay increase.
I had to show him.
Rudy, I got some. I'm just gonna pray for you, brother.
I love that song, Carmine. Charmaine. Have a good night. I'm sorry for saying your name wrong. I'm really tipsy. Go ahead, guys. We got a little bit of time left, man. We got one more something to talk about. Go ahead. He said, "Watch your tongue."
I'm a little upset about Mercedes Martinez, but not really. Like, she's like 39. Like, all right, she's lived a nice life in professional wrestling. She can still live a nice life in professional wrestling. That is the greatest thing about professional wrestling right now in the state of
professional wrestling. You can work anywhere. You can work anywhere.
Do you see what Big Cass has been doing with Melina?
I don't know about him. I say yes, but I personally want to believe on the fact of it's just a personal issue, and that's just me being a fan. I do think if they get Punk, they get Brian,
believe so as well.
They get Punk, they get Brian. Yeah, that it's just he's going through some shit right now. You know what I'm saying? If he's smart with his money, the Rotunders have never been known to be broken. It's IRS's son, for heaven's sakes. So he should know how to take care of his money.
Listen, I don't know if you heard, but Bo. He ain't looking to Russell right now. This motherfucker's turning into a realtor.
Yeah.
He ain't looking to Russell.
I think that's one of the biggest things that fans do is as soon as somebody gets fired or quits a company or asks for its release, oh, they're going to this company, they're going to that company. Some guys just had enough of wrestling. Look at our boy Tyrus. I told my wife I would never bring him up on any one of my shows. The Funkadactyl. He's on Fox Sports spewing all this bullshit. He's a
piece of shit for for the sexual harassment.
Yeah. Not just that, just how he thinks about black people.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. Hey, Tyrus, along with Dave Meltzer, fuck you.
Fuck you.
So, your thoughts real fast. We'll go to the next subject. We get about it here. We can talk about because Raw is tonight, and we're gonna talk about Raw tonight.
Okay, let me get my Raw preview up real quick. We got Lashley and MVP responding to what Goldberg did.
Oldberg. My kids love Oldberg, by the way. I mean, literally Christ, he come on the TV. How the fuck they never seen Goldberg in his prime and they love the shit? So WWE's doing something. You said earlier, right? Like, what is WWE doing? They're doing something, right? Because these kids have never seen. They just know the story of Goldberg, and it still gets them over. But go ahead.
The dark match.
Your boy is back tonight.
I said that last week because he was actually advertised last week.
Yeah, and in his hometown.
He came back in a dark match last week,
which nobody
and
saw.
now the dark match that are advertised tonight
it's the
for
same
the
match.
local crowd is Flair versus Ripley, and the 6-man tag match with Drew, Orton, and Riddle versus AJ and Omos and Lashley. But there's no word if Orton's going to return tonight, so
I'm looking at the trending right now, and it does say this on WWE.com's Twitter account. The Viper is back. Randy Orton returns to WWE Raw tonight at 8 p.m. on USA Network. This is from their own page. I don't think they would advertise him if he was not going to be there. So let's just put that one.
Yes, DC, we are really watching Raw tonight. As a wrestling fan, it may hurt, but you have to watch it.
You know what? Somebody came up with that a couple of weeks ago. Not Dice. I'm sorry. Well, saying that you talking to you, do it, Dice, but somebody said it's hard to watch wrestling, and I was in one of my posts somewhere, and it was like, I don't know what else to watch on Monday nights. Football's not back yet. Even if football was on, if it's not my team, it's just on in the background. I have multiple.
This is all I've known since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Every Monday since I was 7 years old. This is all I know.
There's nothing better than it on Monday Night Raw on Monday still. Even when you could put Smallville never made it to Mondays. There were a couple shows that, back in my DVR days, I would DVR Raw for the first hour, then catch up and it'd be even by 10 o'clock, but still watch it by the main hour at 10 o'clock. And they're even still in their 3-hour mayhem they're going through. But I don't know nothing else but Raw. I mean, that's just me. And that's Dice too. But, Orton is returning. We just figured that out there as well. Mad Dog.
I look at it. I do look at Raw from a different. I'm not.
Would it be wrong to rate Orton over Jericho all time? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. But it depends on what you're ranking. Because if we're going to talk about promos in itself, Jericho all day. If we're going to talk about able to tell a story, it's kind of split to me. And I'm a fan of both of these guys. They're in my personal one.
The food at McDonald's is bad, but your ass took it's crack. WWE's crack, and I have never been to,
There's a new McDonald's hack in which people are buying apple pies and they are scraping the apple filling out, and they are filling the empty apple pie with chicken nuggets.
That's just
and God damn it, I need to try this shit.
Well, like what kind of chicken nuggets? Like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets?
No, they're just taking the chicken nuggets and they're stuffing like 3 of them bitches in the fucking. Listen, this shit is it's trending everywhere. Like all these McDonald's hacks. I got a newfound way to fucking eat McDonald's food, and I'm anxious to try it, even though McDonald's makes me feel like a piece of shit.
McCrack is what we call it. McCrack. That's what we call it. But Randy Orton does kick off Raw tonight. Get that tweet out there from around the blocks. Randy Orton, he kicks off Raw, has been confirmed by everybody. Shout out to King Vaughn 720 on the Twitter, who is our, my everything when it comes to social media. I appreciate him so much. Thank all you guys in the chat for tuning in and being here every single week. We appreciate you. For those who haven't listened, but please like, subscribe, and share this. The unpopular review around the Bloxxx Wrestling Show, guys. It's 7:30. It's time for me to feed my children. I've had a very Dice, you've known me for about 6 years now. This might have been the most I've ever gone hard on my birthday week. I'm a birthday day guy. I am beyond exhausted.
Yeah, your ass to be asleep by the second hour of Raw.
Well, only depends on if you beat me early, you beat me, or I win early in whatever we play tonight. That's what that depends on. If I'm winning, I might be woke. If I'm losing, my ass is going to bed. So, with that being said, Dice, your final words, man.
I just want to tell everybody, one, thank you for everything that you guys do. You tune in. Some of you guys text me. Some of you hit me in my DM. Some of you just realized that I was on Instagram and Twitter, so you follow me there too. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you for your input.
Nothing.
I do plug. I'm just not going to be an overplugger. Nobody likes to
post. I didn't say plug. I said post.
Oh, post. Oh, on Twitter, yeah, my Twitter is trash, but I do post.
I don't plug either. I hate plugging. I think it's a waste. I think it's a waste of time.
And those of you who do follow my gaming page already, the Z is Silent on Facebook. I know I've been off. Not streaming anything.
Coming back. Madden's coming back.
I've been not streaming for about a good month because I don't know that people, if they know this or not, but even though we're just doing, we're just streaming and we're just playing a game, it does get very strenuous and sometimes you need a mental break. There's a lot of personal things going on, and I just want to focus on my relationship that I have with my son. But this week I am back with the Madden game. I'm back with the Gears 5 info because they just had the Operation 8 update, so I'll be playing Gears, playing some Madden. We don't give a shit about 2K right now, but
I just play sports games.
Warzone, I'm on everything, anything and everything. I'm on it, so I'm back. Thursday is going down. EA Access, you got Madden. Catch me in traffic. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You can find me on everything. Oh, and I got a TikTok too. I haven't posted anything, but my TikTok is going to be clips of me giving this Smokey the motherfucking business in any debate.
The first month I kick your ass
and making them cry.
And the first month I always whoop your ass in sports games.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna be hyping the fuck out the first month. After that, I take a back seat. But with that being said, guys,
we will be getting WWE 2K22, Mad Dog. We will.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. And we'll be streaming that as well. Come join the flock. Come join where we are. Listen, guys, I am tired. I'm going to go eat some food, get some salmon and some broccoli, watch some wrestling. Comment below. Let us know. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe. Everywhere you can think of. Google me. Mike Knoxxx is there. Listen, guys.
I'm Googleable now.
Hey,
I'm Googleable now.
Hey, don't wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man.
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus. Don One. Rude Boy. Quill. The Gift. And yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie.